Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to the Just Being Me podcast. I am your host, Damian Charlie. And today I want to talk to y'all about decisions that we make in our life or about our lives. Actually, the decisions that I'm talking about are the decisions that we make on a soul level before we even incarnate in this life. But before I get to that, I want to share a story with y'all because I've been on my awakening journey for about a little over a year now. And, you know, for a while, I considered myself a woke human being. Um, I've long known that we're all divine beings living the human experience. So, for me, the whole this isn't real, this is more of a dream versus true reality. I've known that for some time now, but I didn't truly feel it. So when it comes to truly feeling something, that's when I say I have my full awakening, my real awakening. Because like I said, I've known this for a while now, but to actually feel it and know it to the point where now it's in me. Like so actually let me tell y'all what did it for me, okay? So one day I was watching a video on YouTube. It was actually Erin Lyons. She went live, and the name of that video is How to Actually Quantum Leap. It's in her live videos. I'll post a link in the description. But in that show, she was talking about another podcast that she had saw with Machine Gun Kelly on there. And he was discussing his relationship with his dad, and his dad passed. And, he told that story or whatever. And she had said that or his dad was, while he was in the hospital dying, he was slipping in and out of consciousness like most people do when they're close to going. And I guess at one point he came in and looked around and looked at MGK and was like, "You're not real." And MGK was like, "Yeah, yes, I am real, Dad. It's really me." And he was like, "No, this is all a trip. What a trip." And I guess he had like a look on his face of euphoria. And, for me, that was him realizing, like, he had, like I said, he was going in and out of consciousness. So, he went back home, which is where we all come from, home. And then he came back and was shown like this is all a dream. Home is really where it's at. That life, that simulated life that you live, that's all the dream. It's not real. So, as she explained that story, I don't know what it is for me. I think I know what it is. Really, once you go through an awakening and you start working on being more spiritual, getting in touch with yourself, your inner self, and especially if you're working on your intuitive gifts that we are all born with, you tend to open up. You begin feeling more. So for me, one thing I've noticed is that I start to feel things more. I start to feel what other people are going through. If I'm watching a show or a movie or something, whatever emotion the actors are portraying, if they're really good actors, I'm really feeling that emotion. So when she was explaining that story about MGK's dad, you know, I don't know what it was, but I just felt it. It was like a big ball of energy that I felt in my stomach, and it rose up to my chest, and it was just like a big pressure, not like a irritating pressure, but like I just as she was telling that story, it's like I felt it. It's like I was there. I was there with his dad as he was passing, realizing that this is all a dream. And then I was also there with him looking at his dad like, no, this is real, and so I was feeling emotions from both sides. And that's just something I've noticed that happens more often now. But I think that's what really made everything sink in for me. It was just hearing that story and feeling it, and actually I can't say relating to it, obviously, but I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just felt that story. So for me, that really sunk in. And then I meditated right after I listened to that. So yeah, I really had time for it to just really sink in for me. And I get, that's what did it for me. So my true awakening wasn't that long ago. It was actually November 8th of this year, 2024. So, yeah, like I say, I've been on this journey for over a year, but just recently had what I would consider my true awakening. Because since then, I look at everything different. I might look at a person walking across the street as I'm sitting at a red light, and or look at other people in the grocery store, and instead of just looking at them, just people watching, I guess you could say, and looking at their outfit or whatever, instead of just looking at that, I look at them and think to myself, I wonder what their soul is like, what their soul is thinking. And then I look at them all, and I look at other things, and I laugh sometimes because I'm like, it's funny, this shit ain't real. Like I look at my dogs and be like, man, this is crazy. You y'all not real. None of this is real. That's where I'm at with it right now. Like I know we're living the dream of our souls. So let me get off of that. But that also ties into what I want to talk about today, which is, like I said before, life's decisions. So a lot of people don't know that our lives are decided long before we are born. Uh, we sit down with our or stand. I don't know what if they sit down or stand or whatever, but as a soul, before we come here to Earth, we sit down with a team. Pretty much everybody that you encounter in life have any type of interactions with. You sit down with a team and you go over a life's plan. You come up with so first off, you pick your parents. Okay, you pick your mom and your dad, and you pick your name. So you pick all of that. Uh, as far as soulmates go, I'm kind of jumping the gun here a little bit, but like as far as soulmates go, these are the soulmates. So really, what I like to say is we all have a soul family instead of just one person who is connected to our soul. Our souls are connected to everyone because we all are one. In reality of it all, we all come from source or God. We all come from the same bit of consciousness, and that bit of consciousness wanted to know itself, so it replicated itself trillions of times over. So, we all come from that one place. So to say I have a soulmate and it's just this one person is it's not entirely accurate. Everyone have multiple soulmates. So, uh, like I was saying, we come up with this plan, pick our parents, we pick the lifestyle that we're going to have, and pretty much the goal is to remember who you are, connect back to yourself, figure out your mission in life, your true mission in life, your soul's mission in life. You know, um, I know some people are probably thinking like, man, why? People who going through things, everybody go through things, whether you're rich or poor. A lot of poor people think money will fix all of their issues, and it'll fix some. It's not going to fix everything. You can have all the material things you want in life, but if you're miserable as a person, what is it really worth it? Is it really worth anything? You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, uh, when you're looking at it like that, my life is this or that, and I should be doing much better. Or I feel like I should be doing much better. If you feel that way, then create that, do that. That's your life's mission to figure out how to get out that mess. I like to compare it to video games. When you're playing a video game, you might play it on the easy level first, and then once you're done with it, you might say, okay, now this time around I want more of a challenge, so I'm going to raise it up, raise the difficulty a level, and then do it again and again and again. So you know the way we look at it on a soul level, we come here to learn. Earth is a school planet. We come here to learn. So what good is an easy lesson? So the whole purpose is to actually learn from what you go through in life. So you know, uh, people who have bad parents, who you know not really there, or, on drugs or whatever, have one parent there, the other parent not, or have an abusive parent, an alcoholic abusive parent, or, whatever. Why would we choose that life? Because there's a lot to learn from it. It sounds bad or it sounds crazy, but there's a lot to learn from struggle. We always say, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. So, look at life that way. Um, yeah, you might be going through something tough, but everyone has a struggle. Everyone has a battle somewhere. A lot of people don't even know that they have a battle. One of the things that we a lot of people don't know is like certain things like depression, negative thoughts, things like that could become an addiction. Sometimes our bodies crave that negativity, especially if we come from that as a background. So imagine that's your soul life. You're up there making out your plan. Okay, I'm gonna go through all this depression and try to find my way out of it, just to learn how to grow and build from that. This is what I want to happen in my life, blah, 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 blah. And the plan is to beat all of that and come out on top. Remember who you are. Make it out of that dream with a clear head, clear vision, and, all the good stuff. Um, and we forget who we really are in order to truly learn. If you knew what you had waiting for you when you go back home, you probably wouldn't take this that serious, or you might be, nonchalant about everything and not learn anything, so we lose our gifts, our natural born gifts, intuition, telepathic communication. We have a lot of gifts. Just like Jesus said in the Bible, you could do everything I could do and some. Yeah, that's true. There's truth sprinkled here and there, but there's a lot of lies in life. But if you know what to look for, you can find the truth. Do some research, and a lot of questions that you have, or a lot of the questions that you have, you'll find answers to them. Don't just depend on people you see online. Do your own research. Look some things up, do some reading. It's the best way to learn, right? So, like I said, we pick our parents, we pick our names, we also pick our roles. Some, there's so let's just consider your whole family. Take a look at your whole family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, cousins, everybody. Let's say, uh, okay, this lifetime is over. You go back home and you're reviewing what you're going to do for your next lifetime. So, who was your mom in this lifetime might be your sister next lifetime. Like you get to pick your roles. So you wonder why, as children, we play like that. One of the first games that I remember playing is the game of life as a child with my close siblings. We would pretend to be grown people, pretend to be living a whole different lifestyle that we are. We'll even come up with new names for ourselves. We're playing life. That's exactly what we do when, in the spirit realm. Before we come here, we plan out our lives, and then we get excited about coming here, because coming here, being alive now or at any time on the earth, is a learning experience. It's exciting. It's for your soul. If you get to know your soul, you'll get to know why you're really here. And then you can experience life a lot better, a lot easier. Things to be a lot more understandable. It's easier to deal with stress and anger that way. There's plenty stories everywhere where you can find scientific proof that meditation helps with depression, addictions. I could vouch for one of those addictions. I was addicted to alcohol. I don't drink that often now. I could still drink, but and be social, but I don't. It's not like I'll go months without drinking, and then if I drink, then I start binging. It's nowhere near that anymore. I could drink. I could have a drink of two with some friends and be perfectly fine, not think about it anymore. Did it happen overnight? Absolutely not. So, just let me say, if you do decide, oh, let me get this meditation to try and see if it'll help me get over my depression, and you try it for a day or 2 days or a week or a month or maybe 2 months, and it don't work, and most people will be like, it's not working. That was BS. I don't know why I listened to that. No, keep going. Keep going. It is a practice. They call it a meditation practice for a reason. You have to keep going. It's not going to happen overnight, one and done. I mean, it could. Don't get me wrong, it could. Someone could. I mean, like, you could be super good at meditating. It just never knew because you never tried. You might get it on your first try. Anything is possible, especially at the rate people are waking up now. It's like the earth shift is affecting people at a faster rate. It's just crazy. But give it a shot. Keep at it. It's not gonna happen overnight, or it could, but don't expect it to happen overnight. It's pretty much what I'm saying. It took me a while to get over my stuff, my shit. I'm not perfect. I'm still not perfect, but that's the thing. That's the human experience. We learn from it. That's why we're here. Um, let's see. So yeah, like I said, the key is to remember who you are. Make it out of everything. You start meditating, you can talk to your higher self. You have these thoughts or premonitions of something happening, and then it happens, and people just laugh it off. That's divine. That is divinity happening at its finest, and most times we just overlook it or call it a coincidence. And there's no such thing as coincidence. Everything is divine. Is what I like to say is science fiction is closer to reality than a false reality we're living in. I mean, that's just the best way I could put it. Because, a lot of the things that we are taught to be afraid of or taught is unreal, or you're crazy if you believe in it, is absolutely real. 100%. And the thing is, like, once you wake up and realize what reality really is, then, like, Muse said in their song "Rise Up," if you what they say, if you flick a switch and open your third eye, you realize we should never be afraid to die. That is absolutely true. And once once everybody realized that and start taking their power back, then our soul would be happy. Then our soul would progress. Then the world would be better. People start standing up more for what they believe in instead of being afraid of things. I remember at some point, I was told that if you open your third eye without being a vegan, or some, like, you have to be super clean, like, spiritually, and you have to eat clean, like, you just have to be this perfect being in order to open your third eye and experience some of the wonderful spiritual things that come with opening your third eye. That's bullshit. That was just a lie to keep people away from to live the truth or learn the truth. You don't have to eat a perfectly clean vegan diet in order to open your third eye. That's false, and that's just one of the things that they use to keep us asleep. For me, I like to say that the goal is to find our passion. We forget what we forget who we are and what we're capable of in order to return back to that life or that reality enriched. Everything is a lesson for our soul. And in fact, I'll share an experience with you guys. Years ago, many years ago, I had a lucid dream. For those that don't know, a lucid dream is when, like, you're dreaming and you actually realize in the dream that you're dreaming. So you become conscious inside of your dream, and it is very powerful. I loved it. I'm actually working now trying to recreate that. I would love to lucid dream every night. But what happened in this dream, I was running from something. I don't know what it was. How dreams kind of get goofy sometimes. So I didn't know what it was, couldn't see it. I just knew I was being chased by something, and I don't even think it was human. I'm actually pretty sure it wasn't human. I don't think about it. So setting was really weird. It was like a dark Roblox kind of come to mind, seeing my kids play Roblox. It was it was at night. There weren't any street lights on, but it wasn't dark. If that makes sense, it's kind of like the nighttime area was lit up, was illuminated by the moon or something. It it was dark. It was nighttime, but it wasn't dark. So as I'm running from this thing, something happens in the dream where it was like, wait a minute, is this a dream? And immediately my fear left. My fear left, and I knew it was a dream. Therefore, I knew I could do anything I wanted to do. So when I realized this was a dream, I was running, and there was this big building, like a super big, not apartment building, but like a skyscraper, something like that, a big building like that. And I thought to myself, if I could just jump to the top of that building, I can get away from this monster. But then, so I jumped, and as I was getting up there, I'm like, wait a minute, why would I hide? This is my dream. So I got pumped up. Once I got to the top of that building, I didn't even land on it. I just flew. I just, boom, levitated. And I was like, boy, that monster. It was at this point that monster knew it had fucked up because I hit that motherfucker with the biggest, the baddest Kamehameha wave ever. For those who don't know, it's an energy ball, a ball of energy that they shoot from their hands in Dragon Ball Z cartoon anime thing. But man, whew, once I realized it was a dream, everything switched, and it's kind of like that now in real life or dream life that we consider real. Once you realize it's all a dream, then you're like, okay, this is all a dream. I'm the creator. So everything that you have in your life or you don't have in your life is because you put it there or didn't put it there. It's everything that you're living is of your will, I guess. So yeah, there are a lot of things that you can't change in life, and there are a lot of things that you can change. So best thing to do is to focus on what you can change and make those changes. Our thoughts have a lot more power than we think. It has a whole lot more power. So yeah, a good example, if you wake up in the morning and you're thinking, oh, here we go, another day, blah, 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 you're going to have that kind of day. You are absolutely going to have that kind of day because that's the energy that you're putting out there to the universe. So whatever energy you put out there, they return back. We hear it all the time. Treat others how you want to be treated. Same thing with yourself. Treat yourself how you want to live. If you treat yourself how you want to live, then you won't, life will be a lot better, a lot easier. You're able to deal with, I don't know to say negativity or disappointment. I'll just say disappointment. You're able to deal with disappointment a lot easier if you look at life at a positive, from a positive perspective or from a positive aspect, I guess. So pretty much, your life would be or your day would be different when you wake up with the mindset of, here we go again. I don't really like my job, or I don't want to do this and blah, blah, blah. Versus even if you don't like your job, you can still get up like, you know what? Thank you, universe, for waking me up. Thank you, angels. Thank you, God, whoever you want to thank. Thank you for waking me up and giving me another beautiful day. I am open to receiving all miracles and blessings that are coming to me. And your day will be significantly different, significantly better than how you woke up initially feeling. So, yeah, that's all I have for you. I'm just looking over my notes. Yeah, so that's about it for today. Please hit that like and subscribe button. You have any questions, drop them in the comments. Like I said, that link to Aaron Lyons video will be in the comments or in the description. I encourage you all to check that out. It's a wonderful story, and she's really dropping super good knowledge. Kind of similar to what I'm saying now. It's just she has a better way of wording it, in my opinion. Not even gonna lie about that. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I love you. And let's wake up, guys. Let's keep being us.